Hello and welcome to another episode of Micks Mowers. And in this episode we're going to be looking at a little part exchange that came in no less than about 10 minutes ago actually, funnily enough. A gentleman messaged me for a lawnmower which he come and collected, and it was the little Sovereign that I picked up free off the side of the road, so that was cool. He's picked it up and has also exchanged a little Mountfield lawnmower. He said it's got some cable issues and there's some other issues or some TLC doing to it. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's check out this little tiny Mountfield lawnmower. And here comes my little Poppy. She's coming to say hello. She's just had a walk. My last dog, my last little girl, she's coming to say hello. Right, so let's get down and dirty and let's check out this little lawnmower. Right, and here it is, and that's how it turned up. So this must be a new novelty. I've not seen it before, but you must now push the lawnmowers backwards, I suppose. Not quite sure. I'll put all the handles all back round together and we'll try and fire it up and see what it goes like, if it runs at all. It's all complete, it's got the bag and what have you, so let's get it all sorted out and then we'll go from there. Right, got it all packed as it should be. Let's just check the fuel. Yeah, there's a bit of fuel in there. Get a couple of pumps. Just priming to a degree. Take these off. Let's try that. Okay, so it's a runner, which is good, but it's got a drive cable issue on the back here. That's all broken here, so hopefully we can do something with that. So let's get it up on the bench and let's have a little look to see what we can do. So it's up on the old stand, and from what I can see, I mean, this cable is functional. It's had a repair done to the back of it, so hopefully I can get away with just literally putting a new block on here, which I have spare on an old lawnmower. So let me just grab a Phillips screwdriver. Right, here we go then. Undo that. That comes off. Put that in the old magnet tray. And that's all it's going to be. So I've got one of these, I think, on a lawnmower out the side here, which came in, which has got a sheared bolt in the exhaust manifold. So let me see if I can take that off the other one and see if it's the right one, and hopefully that'll be a quick little fix. Right, so I've got the other one off, and it's not too dissimilar. Let's see if the cable fits in. Yeah, that'll go, I think. Just got to line them all up. No, it's slightly just not quite right. It's not far off, I will give it that. It might just want a bit of grinding on the plastic housings. Let me see if I can find another one. The problem I've got is the body on this cable here is just slightly too wide. I could get away with just grinding it back a bit, but before I do that I want to see if I've got another spare one. Okay, so I don't actually have a spare, so what I intend to do is this little tiny plastic housing here on the outside, that just won't quite fit into into there. It's just ever so slightly too wide, and I reckon just by grinding a very small piece off will give me what I need to get that in. All it is that the body length is longer. That's all it is. So that fits in there lovely. So literally by putting that into there and just cutting that back bit off there, I want about 3mm off, and then that cable then should sit in there. So let me just manufacture that, and then I'll come back. Okay, I think we're somewhere close now. So all I've literally done is just taken off the outer casing of that plastic piece there, and now that sits perfectly in there as it should. So now I've got to repeat that process to the other one, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of a fix. And that's now the second one, and as you can see, it's not actually broken the casing. It won't come off, it's all pressed on there still, so hopefully now that'll all press on. Yeah, that fits in there as well. Okay, let me try and fit it onto the handle, and then we'll go from there, I suppose. But a new cable for this would be about £15 to £17. I want to try this first before I commit to buying a cable. As long as it's a good workaround, there's plenty of meat on that cable head for it to work, so I'm not overly concerned. And I will tell the customer, whoever has it, that I've done a cable repair on it. That goes into there now, into its new home. That goes into its new home. And with those all pulled down, that lines up lovely. I might just put a big flat washer on the back of this, because I'm sure that's why half the reason these fail in the first place is because people do them up too tight. I've got a small washer, that might do it. They do them up too tight and it splits them. There is actually a countersunk piece there for a washer to go into. Let's try that. Yeah, that's working. That's all working there. Let's do a little nut up. Where's my little D-walk gone? I want a little tiny 10mm spanner to go on the back. I always put tape on my 10mm so I know exactly where they are, so I don't have to muck about. After a screwdriver. There's me being brainy. It's actually a screwdriver I want. It's always best not to go too mad with these. You don't want to give them too much. So that's working in 3, and that's working in 3 as well. I dare say it wants a new cable because there's not a lot of play on there, but I need to just try it first. If it works, then I can buy a new cable for it, because it doesn't go all the way up where it should do. But I will need to check to see what's on the back side of the mower before I purchase it. Sometimes you get a number on the cable which I'm not seeing. So, right, let me just try and roll this mower backwards with a drive engaged to see if it is actually working. Yeah, it's locked off, that's good. Right, let's get it off the stand quickly and just test out this drive to see if the drive works. Okay, mind yourself and Pops, please. Good girl. She can't hear me, she's deaf as a post. Right, let's have a little look at that then. I'm not overly concerned. I had one like this a little while ago, and the drives are very sloppy on them. They're not the best. Again, it's just a cheap make. Oh my word, they don't want to come out. Move out of the way a bit and bring the stall up so I can take a seat. It might just be grass in there. It's got a split wheel, which it's supposed to have. Here it comes. It might just be all this grass that's compacted on the side here, which is not helping matters. It's done a bit of work, this mower has. But the teeth are all fine. They're not missing. Yeah, I think it's just the grass on the outside that's doing it. The wheel is actually complete. You can see the outward tread on it. It's just glued on. So that's not doing anything it shouldn't do. And all the teeth are in place. So I'll give it a bit of a scrape off with my scraper. Just to tidy it up. There's not a lot of tread on the wheels either. That's better. So all the teeth are all there. Nothing for me to be concerned about. I was just a little bit dubious. There goes my D-wall. Right, let's put this wheel back on and we'll try it again. Right, that's the wheel back on. I just want to check this air filter quickly to see what sort of state it's in, if I can even get it off. It is. So it's only a little foam filter, lots of oil. This has been tipped up, lots of oil on there, so that's going to have to be all cleaned off and what have you. It's going to have a full service anyway, but there's lots of oil on there. It might have been where he had it in transportation in his car, but you can see the oil coming out of there. So that all needs to be cleaned up. So we're getting the full service before it leaves. Anyway, let me just check the oil. It should be around here somewhere. It's been standing for 15 minutes, so I want to go wash off this lawnmower. I hate working on dirty lawnmowers. Despite the fact I like getting down and dirty, I like to have it all clean so you can tell what's going on. So this has got the RS 100 engine on top of here, which is not a bad little engine. The oil is about 3/4 where it needs to be, so it'll have an oil change anyway before it leaves. Right, let's put it back on its wheels again down on my garden. I'll get a bit of a hose off, get rid of some of this muck, or fire me compressor up, that might be easier. Get a bit of clean up and then we'll go from there. Right, getting a bit of a clean off. Just a hose off and a bit dry, so I just want to check that drive again quickly. It might only have just one drive axle on it then, but not really quite sure, to be fair. It drives okay. You can start it. It wants a service, that's for definite. So once I give it a service, I might even invest in a new cable on it, because I only give £10 for it, so there's room in there for a little bit of profit, but I'd much rather sell it with a brand new cable on there. So that'll wrap this one up, I think. Next one I'll get onto another mower, try and get a couple of videos done today if I can. It'll be good to get back onto track. Okay, so that's another quick little fix. I will be putting a new cable on that and giving it a full service as well. But it's just funny how just that little tiny plastic piece commits people to throwing a lawnmower out. It's absolutely ludicrous. And I think you can buy that piece on eBay for about 99p, if that. So that's kind of crazy. But hey ho, that's why I'm in the game. So all in all, a good little fix. So thank you very much for joining me on today's episode of Micks Mowers, and I hope to catch you all again very, very soon on the next edition. Check you later.